Pastor Lekon we once says, you cannot be shameful of what is gainful. If you know that I can solve that problem, you would have raised up your hand. You see, many times we go before God, and our disposition is a proof that we are not sure whether God will intervene in that matter. But let me tell you, in this conference, your encounter will be real. I know you have been going to church. I know you have been attending special program. I know you have been watching many online. But this one is your whole moment of breakthrough. There is always a point at which everything changes. For good. This will be that point for you. The mother of Jesus said to them, whatever he tells you to do. So what was their responsibility? To continually wait for what he is going to tell them to do. In this conference, we are coming before the throne of grace. But it's not a physical throne. I hope you know. The Bible said God is spirit. And if God is spirit, his throne is spiritual. Because spirits don't sit on physical chair. Somebody is not hearing me. Somebody is not hearing me. Say, I hear you, sir. Spirits don't sit on physical chair. So if there is a throne of grace, it is a spiritual throne. But a time is coming, and the time is now, when those who access that throne, how are they going to access it? How are they going to access it? If you are going to access a spiritual throne, you must be ready to go by the Spirit. Meaning that you lose the physical consciousness and you move into the spiritual consciousness. You open up your heart. I have prophesied that this is that moment at which it's going to change. But your actions will prove whether you believe it or not. The Bible said, as a man thinketh in his heart, so easy. If we tell you to sing, you better sing. It's not by sweet voice that God answers prayer. It is by the heart. So I want us to readjust ourselves. Have you ever entered your mother's room and said, go out and knock? Has it ever happened? How? Why? You did not enter the right way. I want us to enter the right way. He said, enter into his court. With what? And with what? Because of what he is going to do, you will begin to worship him. Lift up your hands. Worship him. Give him praise. And I want everybody to participate. I want to see people who really want an encounter with God. I want to see people who really want an encounter, who really desire Yahweh in their matter, who really want God to show up for them. People who know that there is indeed a throne of grace. Open up your hearts. Iba. Let's worship. Let's enter. Let's reference him who is worthy. Let's forget our pain. We are behalf of the Most High. Make it personal. You have had friend all this while. This is not a friendly association. This is an encounter with Yahweh. come from your heart. Let it come from your heart. From your heart, from your heart. Father, we worship you. We acknowledge you. Thank you for deciding that it is time for a change of story. In my walk with you, when you want to change a man's story, you set up a meeting. And this is the meeting that you have set up. May we not miss out on this encounter. May blind eyes be opened. May those who are afflicted be free from their affliction. May those who are bound be loose from their bondage. May the lowly become mighty. May your name be glorified. Thank you, faithful Father. In Jesus' mighty name we have worshipped. Let's be seated. The throne of grace. Hebrews 11 verse 6. Hebrews 11 verse 6. The throne of grace. Touch the person beside you. Say Yanu Mashele. Can somebody say it with confidence? Say Yanu Mashele. Call the person's name. If you don't know the person's name, ask the name and tell them Yanu Mashele. But without faith, it is impossible to please God. For he that cometh without faith, it is impossible to please God. Why? Why is it that it is impossible to please God? He explained. He said, for without faith, it is impossible to please God. For he that cometh, why is it impossible to please God? It is because he that comes to God must believe. Must believe that what? He is. He that come to God must believe that what? He is. He is. When Moses said, who should I tell them sent me? He said, say I am that I am. So he that comes to God must believe that he is. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 10. He said, the God of all grace. God is what you believe he is. Somebody needs to hear that again. God is what you believe that He is. God is what you believe that He is. That is why anybody going to God must believe that what He is. So if there is a throne of grace, you must believe that God is the God of the throne of grace. Is somebody following me? Somebody is not getting me. If you must come to the throne of grace, you must believe that God is the God of the throne of what? You see, whatever dimension of God you have not experienced is because you don't believe that He is. If there is a dimension of God that you have not experienced, it is because you don't believe that what? He is. The Bible said when you come to Him, you must believe that what? He is. Our anchor scripture says, let us therefore come. So anybody coming must believe that He is. There is a throne of grace. On this throne of grace, you must believe that the one who sits there is the God of all grace. Is somebody following me? Somebody here, by your encounter, by your encounter in this conference, you will never run out of grace. Oh. I said by your encounter in this conference, you will never run out of grace. Follow me. Olewu, if you run out of grace, Olewu. I am praying for you, you will not run out of grace. So when you come, you must believe that He is. There is a throne of grace where all manner of graces are dispensed, where you can get anything you want. So I remember on Sunday, I told us that the throne of grace is the power seat of grace, where there is no limit to what you can get. The throne of grace is the power seat of grace, where there is no limit to what you can get. Now, how do you believe that there is no limit to what you can get? Because the one who sits on the throne of grace does not run out. Are you getting what I'm saying now? The one who sits on the throne of grace does not run out. So the throne of grace is the power seat. Why power? Grace. He said, when you bind a man by a strong man, it takes a stronger man to let that man go, because this life is a life of force and power. So it is not just a seat. Why do we use throne? Throne means power. It means authority. It means dominion and rulership. That is why it's a throne of grace. So this type of throne is a throne where grace is dispensed. This type of throne, anybody that is there does not run out of grace. They can get as much as they want. The throne of grace is a place where grace reigns like a king. The throne of grace is a place where grace reigns like what? Listen to me. When I went checking, grace is translated from a word, and it means divine favor, goodwill that gives joy. It's not just a favor, it's a favor that gives joy. You know, there are some help men we give to you that the help is with pain. Is somebody following me? Have you ever had people give you money and they abused you with the money they are giving you? But that is not what you get from the throne of grace. At the throne of grace, it is goodwill. It is divine favor. It gives joy. It is a free gift. It is what? A free gift. Please, I want you to realize what you are coming before. Listen. Many of you think some of us are champions, but we are champions by knowledge. Somebody did not hear me. We know something you don't know. Are you hearing me? We know something many people don't know. Your pastor is not better than you. He only knows something you don't know. Those that know the Lord their God, they will be strong and they will do it. They are not strong because they are superhuman beings. They are strong because they know God. Is somebody following me? And I am telling you, there is a throne called the throne of grace. I was talking to somebody today, and I looked at the person. I said, ah! Probably the person is watching. I said, ah! See what God can do. I said, God rubbished all your plan and brought his own plan. And the person responded to me and said, our home plan is a stupid plan. Oh, somebody here, grace that cannot be explained will be yours. Let me shock you. Do you know some of you are enjoying it already? Wait, let me explain. There are things that are happening in your life that you consider normal. It's not normal. What works for you easily does not work for everybody easily like that. Are you hearing me? And somebody here, I've been hearing, you will never labor again. Who is that person? Who is that person? Your era of struggle is over. The person I was talking to, my wife knows, is in UK. So we were talking. And I was like, ọ̀rẹ́ mi jẹ jollof rice láti UK. Before the end of April, your smile will know no bound. Let me shock you. Stay with me. Do you know grace is often an undeserved gift? Did you hear what I'm saying? When grace is speaking, nobody can boast. Somebody is not hearing me. You see, the Bible said Paul perceiving somebody had faith to be. I'm looking for somebody's attention. Who is ready to take all of God? I still can't find. When grace is in place, work cannot show up. Do you know what they call grace? Grace is undeserved free gift. Free. Everybody say free. Free. Undeserved. You know, I used to tell people, I used to teach you in this church, I speak about work. I talk about work, but I know there is grace. I talk about work, but you see, if your work does not have grace, it turns to labor. In Yoruba, they will say, oh, ni taraka. You are supposed to plant, and without sweat, it's supposed to grow. Because seed time and harvest time shall not cease. When there is a delay, somebody delay in your life is coming to an end. Be taking it. I have authority to speak as I'm speaking to you. Listen to me. I said delay is coming to an end. Listen. Nobody is a lazy person. But when you do something that should bring out result and is not bringing result at the time he's supposed to bring it, he said, hope delayed, make it the heart sick. This year we yield increase for you. I want you to follow me on. As I'm speaking those words, listen, it's because I'm hearing them. So grace is undeserved. Listen to me. Grace is unearned. Accountants in the house. Grace is what? Unearned. Have you heard of unearned income? Grace is what? Unearned. What is unearned? Unearned means not gained by labor. Somebody did not hear me. Unearned means not gained by labor skills. Not gained by what? Labor, skills, or service. Unearned income. Not gained by labor, skills, or what? Service. So we say grace is unearned. Now, Ephesians chapter 2 verse 8, and I want to show you. When you sow, you should reap. When you work, you should be paid. But grace suspend rules. Is somebody following me? Now follow me and read. So that I am announcing as a prophet, because anytime God wants to do something, he will send a prophet. I am your prophet tonight to announce what is coming your way, so that you can know that the Lord spoke about it. He said, for by grace you have been what? How? Through faith. That what? Not of yourself. It is what? Can we read again? He said, for by grace you have been what? How were you saved? Through faith. Was your input involved? No. He said, not that we loved him. He loved us first. I love you, Jesus. I love you, Jesus. Give me your house. Jesus, not yet time. For by grace you have been saved. Through faith. How were you saved? Because you believed. But he had nothing to do with yourself. It is what? A gift from God. Grace is what? Somebody should follow me. I'm announcing what is going to happen. It is what? Can somebody scream, Lord, I want a gift? You don't want, you see? Oh, that was okay. God, you can see me. I'm not just preaching to these people. Give me a gift that I will share testimony. That they will be looking at me. Listen. I stand before you. Some people that are close to me know. One day somebody came to me and my wife. I was joking. He said we should come and cut soap. We should come and cut soap. As in we should come and show them the way. You know, if there was a soap that I'm cutting, I would have not been surprised. Are you hearing me? But because see soap Jesus laughing where? Is somebody listening to me? May grace begin to speak in your life such that people will be asking questions. Verse 9. Please follow me. Follow me. Look, if one person's level can change, it's okay. But everybody will experience God. Verse 9. 2:9. Look at it. Everybody read this loud. Not of. Why? Lest any man. If anybody is enjoying God, he should bend with a song. He should not say, I'm fine. Did you understand? He should not say, I was smart. He said, not of works. Lest any man should what? Boast. Oh. Yesterday I wanted to pray. And I didn't have what to ask God. I am humbled. May grace speak in your life and make you humble. See how far you brought me over, Yahweh. See how far. See how far, see how far. Hey. See how far, see how far you. Oh, Yahweh. See how far you brought me over, Yahweh. Amen. I want to do an example, and I was looking for somebody that is serious. Please help me call that sister behind that brother that is wearing blue. You now, behind that brother that is wearing blue, come. Yes, sorry that I don't know your name. Come, clap for her. She's coming. Clap for her now. Now I call that you are looking at me. Clap for her. Don't enter the ground. Relax. Now, this is what we call grace. Wait. My sister, stand up. What did she do that made me give her the envelope? Did she tell me she needs the envelope? Did she ask for it? Who decided to give? From what resources? Did she ask for it? But because she was here, can somebody who is not in this meeting collect this? To collect grace, you must be around grace. Is somebody listening to me? Have I spoken to you before now? No human being living here on earth knows what I was going to do. You see? God is about to answer things you did not even ask him. I say, God is about to give you a free gift. Don't go yet. What you collect is dependent of your location. If you are around grace, you will obtain grace. What do you need to obtain grace? Just be around grace. When you come before the throne of grace, you will not go empty-handed. Don't forget, I said I was looking for somebody who was here. But did she earn it? My sister, open it and count for them. Did she ask for it? I'm not going to collect it back home. It is a dash. Go back to your sister. Let me tell you something. When you go before God expecting something, you will not go empty-handed. Anna went to Shiloh. She's been going before that time, like many of you have been going to church. But I stand before you in the name of the Lord. If you will open your heart, you will not go empty-handed. Eric Baran coming. I say you will not go empty-handed. somebody listening to me? You need to open up your heart. I'm going to call another person. You see them? You see them? You see them? Listen. He didn't say beg God to come. He said, you come. You come. Listen, a man of God preached a message that if you encounter the real God, your life will change. I went for that God. My life has changed. But this thing that you are, if you don't arrive at the destination that you expect, he said he is the rewarder of those that diligently. Diligent has nothing to do with hard work. He said, what do you want, my son? He said, I want a double portion of your power. He didn't say go and pray and fast. He said, if you can see me when I'm being taken, if you pay attention. Let me tell you, I came to warm you up. But what you will receive in this conference is not one day, but day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Listen, I was talking to Pastor Victor, and many of you that know him, my wife knows. He is a man that is sharp in the prophetic. Sharp. Sharp. He told his church member that all of them should come for the conference. Listen, this conference will make impact that you have never seen before in your life. I am not making boast in myself. You see, me, I gave 5,000 naira. There is no limit to the grace of God. Are you hearing me? There is no limit. In fact, the way I deal with God is, I don't want to pray the same prayer again. I want to be solving problems once and for all. One, I have killed one completely. It keeps getting better. It never gets worse. That one, I've defeated it. I've defeated it. You see, at the throne of grace, many illustrations are still coming. At the throne of grace, you can take as much as you want. What determines how much you take depends on how long you can stay there. Somebody is not hearing me. Grace is real. Touch your neighbor. Say, grace is real. Say, grace is real. Somebody lift up your right hand. What you did not see coming will come your way before Friday. I heard the story of a man. He's my Oga. He might be watching. He said, Benga, everybody wants to know my source. He said, my source is because I don't joke with Jesus. He said, I helped somebody to do something in Abuja. And the person said, they paid me. He said, Benga, I tell you before God, I was expecting they would send 500,000 naira to me. That was there are some things you do for people that you will be thinking that all they will send to you is this amount. He said, Benga, the person sent 10 million naira. How can somebody be expecting 500,000? And this, if I'm expecting 500,000, they send 1 million. Are you getting me? Just like one day, I was sleeping and somebody said, send me your account number. And the person sent 150,000. I checked. I wanted to be sure that the zero was real. There was no dot between it. Because I was actually expecting 15,000 naira. Have you received some alert that you are thinking maybe the person made a mistake? This person sharing this testimony to me told me that he now wrote a message to the person in case it was a mistake. He said, I have received the sum of 10 million naira in amount and in words. So that in case the person did not know that he added extra zero, he said after he sent that one, the person sent him the receipt. Can I shock you something in church? There are people who enjoy things like that will never share as testimony. May it come your way. There is a season from grace. This is the season. If you like, go and say you want to die walking. There is what? I've taught you about miracle before in church. I said miracle is God deciding that, okay, he's supposed to be walking, but he has been a bad boy. He has been a bad girl. Always making stupid decisions, foolish decisions. Let me rescue him. I see rescue come your way. You make mistake or you don't make mistake? Oh, listen up. Says self-righteousness. You make mistake or you don't make mistake? You fuck up or you don't fuck up? You made wrong decision or you don't make wrong decision? What will get you out? Scream grace! God said I should tell you that in this conference, the voice of grace will be louder and evident in your life. The Lord said I should also tell you these things that I'm telling you. I wrote it down. He said help that you really need. Help that you really need. Who is that person? Help that you really need. It will locate you. Hebrews chapter 4 verse 16. Will you pray? Will you pray? Will you pray? Hebrews 4:16. And we'll round up. So you know how you are going to act in this conference, right? When we go for conference when we were young, we don't have friends in conference. So we don't gist. We deal with destiny matter. Aduramba! Don't let them scam you. The only challenge in human mind with prayer is it will not answer the way you want it sometimes. But you see, as I was talking to that person today, I said, the beauty of following God is if you are truly following God, if you have a plan, the plan of God will beat your plan anytime, any day. You see, the plan of God, he said, for I know the thoughts that I have towards you. They are for good and not evil, to bring you to an expected end. So if you are thinking you are going to become a billionaire, God might be saying, no, I'm going to give you the whole world. But you see, when they tell us dream big, please, it's God that dreams for men. Somebody do not hear me. Moses was contented. He was a prince. He ran away. He was tending sheep. God said, I am going to make you move the people of Israel out of Egypt. He said, but I am but a scammerer. He said, it is still you I want to use. So many of you that you are used to so many errors, your errors will not count again. Grace will make your errors to look like nothing. Now, look at this. He said, let us. How many people approaches the throne of grace? Say everybody. Say everybody. He said, let us. Touch your neighbor, say, let us. Beg the person for me, say, let us. Please, let us. The error, you see, if you are praying that God should bless only you, and He does not bless your friend, you will start running away from your friend. Are you hearing me? Whether you like it or not, we will all succeed together. I will not look for anybody here. We are rising together. Let us. What should we do? Come. In Word of Life Conference, let us come. He didn't say God should come. He said, let us go and meet grace. Grace does not look for people. People go and meet grace. When you are in the atmosphere of grace, grace will respond. Somebody is not hearing me. That is why I read for you Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6. Without faith, it is impossible to please God. He who must come to God must believe. So when you come before the throne of grace like this, you cannot go empty-handed. You see, I've heard people who did not come for counseling use my name to pray, and God did wonders. If that man is a true man of God, me, I was not there. I was eating chicken. They were using my name to pray. Because what I tell you, I will never lie. There is no better person that can change story like God. There is no better person that can raise the poor out of the dunghill and make him to sit with princes. God. And I am feeling like somebody will wake up tomorrow and you are promoted. Now, write the following down that you must note about grace. The grace of God is not forced. It is available for any and everyone who desires it. The grace of God is not forced. It is available for any and everyone who desires it. The grace of God is not forced. It is available for any who deserves it. I can have money in my pocket, but you can decide to take it or not. True or false? What is here? Be praying, be praying. Pastor, call me. Pastor, call me. If you pray from now to tomorrow, I'm not going to call you. Let me tell you a story. Hey, I was working in a place. That testimony don't take. So I can tell you so that you don't come. I was working somewhere. And where I was working, a man just liked me. And as he liked me, he was always talking to me. In fact, as at that time I was courting my wife. We went to Ife, one of those days that a man called me. And he gave me a contract. Contract that I did not even know what they did. Who did it? Who carried it? The first day in my life as a young man that I saw somebody, I'm talking about an event that happened in 2012. He paid 630,000 inside my account. I wanted to faint. Then later, paid another one. His job, he gave it to me. I gave it back to him and told him to pay for me commission. I did not appreciate what God did for me until one day I needed 5,000 naira. Someone that gave me close to 1,000,000 naira in a business that was his own. I don't know whether you understand that type of contract that he can do it on his own. He decided to give it to me. I now have problem of 5,000 naira. I now thought to myself, who are the sure people I have? I now remember the man that can send 1,000,000 naira to me. And the man that can send 1,000,000 naira did not respond. He did not give me. It dawned on me that I spoke in tongues, if you don't understand. In this life, if God does not release his grace upon you, men will not give you what is rightfully yours. I told somebody, I said, if you see people who are borrowing you money, thank God. How many of you are looking for people to borrow you money? Have they answered you? There are people who are dropping out of school without school fees. You see somebody that is paying your school fees, abusing you. You don't know his grace. God, look at me, I'm eating egg. When I was in school, I had a friend. He said what they eat is what? Iru. What's Iru in English? Locust beans. I say, we will just fry meat. Fry. The whole better part of the meat has gone. Then my friend told us a story. After I heard that story, I never forgot. I stopped complaining again about food. He said, locust beans, they will pour plenty, so that when they are packing the stew, it will look like they are eating meat. What is sweet about you? Grace will take what you desire and deliver it in your hands. So grace is not forced. Are you hearing me? It is available for everyone. Even though it is not forced, anybody can access it. So my wife was talking to me before we started this service. She said there is no reason why anybody should go to hell. If anybody that goes to hell, with due respect, oh stupid. Jesus did not die for Christians, he died for the whole world. I don't know whether you understand. You know I can go to Chicken Rep, pay money down. My brother, what is your name? What's your name? David. I go to Chicken Rep, pay money down and say, anytime David comes here, I am putting 50,000 naira in his account. Let him eat anything he wants. You know David can choose not to go there. If David goes to my man may put, he will pay or he no go pay. Where did I pay? Chicken Rep. It's not forced. Even though it was paid for, you need to walk there. Come. What did I say? Come. Let us come. So it's not forced, but people must approach it. Are you with me? Number 2, the throne of grace must be approached by anyone who desires his benefit. As you approach the throne of grace, you must desire grace. The throne of grace is not another throne. It's not power. Are you hearing me? At the throne of grace, what you get there is grace. And everything related to grace. This one is dedicated solely to what? Grace. I remember Ayo Josh, when they are doing their drama, they will put this one prosperity. They will say this one wisdom. Even God asked Solomon, what do you want? There were distinct things that you can want. But you see, at the throne of grace, you can get as much grace as you want. Is somebody following? Number 3, grace responds to anyone who responds to his call. Grace responds to anyone who responds to his call because a price has been paid. Now, the final one, you must be humble and submissive to enjoy grace. James chapter 4 verse 6. You must be humble and submissive to enjoy grace. Pastor Johnny, get ready. You must be humble and submissive to enjoy grace. James 4 verse 6. Look at it. James 4 6. Everybody. Can we read? 1, 2, go. But he giveth. Wherefore he had said, God what? But what? If you must enjoy grace, you must be humble. Therefore, Yoruba say, "Idobale koniwa." So the humility is not humility by physical appearance; it's humility from the heart. Are you hearing me? If you must enjoy grace, you must be humble. The man of God stands before you and says, lift up holy hands. Stand up. You are seated. Prostrate. Let me give you this. Have you ever worn a flying cloth and you feel like prostrate before God, and one spirit is telling you, your clothes will be stained? You need different clothes. Sorry. I'm just... When grace eats you, you can buy clothes upon clothes. Do you know I've met some rich man? I've met some rich people. They can change their clothes 3 times in a day. Have you seen people like that? It's poverty. One of them will tell me, I'm sweating. I can't wear the sweating clothes to another meeting. You that is one shirt. Don't worry, guys. Those sisters are saying you are smelling, but money is coming your way. I said money is coming your way. A sister saw me one day, years ago. People that we cannot look at their face. When she saw me, she said, Inga, this She turned me around on Agege Road. Hey, God, this is you. May the Lord make you a living wonder. To enjoy grace, He giveth grace to what? He giveth grace to the humble, but there are some people who receive more grace. The Bible said, a man who is not serious, they will take from him and give to the people who need it. So, don't think if you collect grace is enough, because grace can increase. I didn't tell you that. There is a saving grace. There is a progressing grace. God did not just call us to enter heaven. Some of us are going to go into heaven very, very rich. Oh, Shami. He said, if you are forsaking anything, you will have 100-fold in this life and in the life to come. There is no wealth God will give to me that will be too big to give back to Him. Is somebody following me? You must be humble. Many of us are not humble. When it comes to God, I bet you can't talk to me in church when it comes to God. I don't joke. This one is not trying to act holy. I don't joke. There has never been a prayer meeting in my life, whether I'm the pastor, whether I'm going somewhere, whether it's an office that they lead, that I didn't take serious. If I'm in a cab and somebody start praying, I will say amen. Never joke. Never joke with prayer. Never joke. When people call me on the phone and say, the Lord bless you, I say amen powerfully. God can use anybody to bless you. He said, you cannot curse the one whom the Lord has blessed. Most software. There are some people who are with grace. They cannot call their name in the shrine. I used to tell people in school, I say, do you know how many of your pants they've taken? It did not work. Did I hear you? Because there is grace upon your life. We are not where we are because we worked for it. We are where we are because grace is speaking. At the throne of grace, nobody can boast. Are you hearing me? Apostle or not, today be deceiving yourself. Because apostle can come. Before the throne of grace, the only person that is reigning is the person sitting on the throne. Every other person is at the beck and call of grace. Are you hearing me? So when we go before the throne of grace, we forget title. We go humbly. Are you hearing me? I will never be too big to worship God. I will never be too big that I don't need His grace. Apostle Paul said, I am what I am by the mercy and the grace of God. Grace. You need it. My brother, you need it. My sister, you need it. Nobody should go to hellfire like I was saying. No. Hellfire. I told them on Sunday, hellfire is for the devil. It's not for us. Say hellfire is not for me. Say it's not. Say it's not for me. Some of us, they cannot find us there. If I shock you, a believer will not stand before the throne of judgment too. And you tell him, Bible, he has passed from condemnation into righteousness. Lord, can I buy that out? A routine bounce in me, so. I'm going to in grace. Is it not of works? Let any man should boast. Not of works. Rise up on your feet. Hey. I want us to humble ourselves. Are we ready? They are not even talking. Are we ready? Yes. Some people are still praying that Pastor, give me this envelope. What's the law? Okay. So I want us to sing a song. It says, I'm not wasting time calling upon your name. Listen. This Jesus, following Jesus, pay me, my pay. I wanted to say it in English, but English will not be sweet. Did you get what I just said? Yes, following Jesus. Listen, he said, you cannot trade with God and be at a loss. Oh, le bolorun showo. You see, one of the great men of God that I respect, he said, if we are not where we are today, I will be surprised. Okay? So all my going to church, being serious, I know it is not by my works, but he said, where shall I go from your presence? With my bad behavior, I stayed. With my unseriousness, I stayed, because I don't have any other place to go. My life cannot be the same as others. So if you are calling Jesus, don't listen to the voice of that devil that is telling you it does not work. It works. Where you are, there is grace available. Lift up your hands.
I am not wasting time, calling upon your name. Oh, I am not wasting time, calling you upon your. I am not wasting time. I am not wasting time. Calling upon you. I am not wasting time. I am not calling you upon.
I want you to think about it. This is the moment at which you open yourself. God will search your heart. Do you think you are wasting time? He said we have left everything and followed him.
Calling upon your name. I am not wasting time.
I want you to sing it. This is not the
I am not
You are before the throne of grace. Come calling his name. Say, Jesus, Jesus. The Bible said, whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord, whoever shall call upon the name of the Lord. This is not time wasting. Some of you watching online, you are not wasting time. Some of you that you are here in this meeting, you are not wasting time. Call. You cannot call on his name and end up in shame. Call. 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 They looked unto him. Their faces were lightened and they were not ashamed. Call. Call on him. Call on him. Call. Call. Where shall I go from your presence? You have been with me all of my days. Hey, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Call on him. 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 Call. Call. Jesus. 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 We are not wasting time calling on you. Hey! Hey! We are not ashamed to call your name. We don't have anywhere to go to. We don't have anyone to turn to. We will lift up our eyes to the hill from where our help comes from. Hey! Call him. Call him. Call him. Call him. Call him. Call him. Hey! Tonight will not be wasted. 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 Come, 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 come. Come. Come boldly before the throne. Don't get tired. Don't get tired. Don't get tired. Somebody press, 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 press. Call on him, call on him. I see